I'm a out-of-school career advisor. I work with youth who have not finished their high school diploma or are still working towards their secondary education.
We help kids with any college application, life problems. We are a mentor, but we also give youth employment experiences.
Our main focus as a program is to help the youth obtain their high school diploma as well as measurable skills certification.
If they come to us as a high school grad, then we can go ahead and help them either get back into a short vocational training or college.
There's one household, I've hired 5 siblings. I've seen them all graduate high school and go on to college, and I know for a fact that they were helping their family with help paying the bills.
When I first graduated high school, I was looking for a job to start off. I came to my case manager and I told her, hey, I need help. My case manager helped me build my resume and also get the attire and transportation to get to my interview. And I got the job, so grateful for that,
After I graduated, I didn't really know what to do, like if I should go to college, if I should go working. They helped me narrow down which choice I personally wanted to do and would enjoy doing it too.
They've helped me growing up, basically, not having anybody there, but they're there, my specialists, pushing me to meet my goals.
They offered a lot of workshops, like how to build a resume, mock interviews, how to budget, how to pay taxes. All of those workshops helped me to grow more.
The community that Para Los Niños serves through our youth workforce centers is a very vibrant and hardworking community.
I am from this community. I came from an area that was poverty-stricken. That's what I see in my community, but I also see people who are looking for an opportunity.
We have a variety of different clients, ages from 14 to 24, facing a multitude of barriers from parenting, disabilities.
Maybe coming out of incarceration, in the foster care system, young people that are unhoused.
We need mental health services, substance abuse services, access to transportation.
You have to address those barriers in order for them to be successful.
And the capacity that we have with current funding to serve these populations is just very limited.
A lot of these participants don't have a family member who to go to or who to talk to. Here, I'm like a mama bear. The youth come back to me and say, you know what, I graduated. And I feel special because I'm the first one they can call.
The staff that we hire, they want to work for us because they want to give back to the community. They want to work with young people. They don't see themselves as data entry clerks, writing reports, all of those compliance issues that have nothing to do with serving the young people.
Sometimes the youth needs help tomorrow, right? But I have to tell the youth hey, it actually takes us a week and a half or 2 weeks to process your paperwork.
We have 3 to 4 audits a year because we have different grants coming in and they all want to see that we are meeting the numbers that they are asking. There's sometimes that I have to say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna need this time for myself, but they really need me. Distress and I'm not there to help them, that could lead them to go somewhere else.
Each little section of the city or the county has requirements. So we're providing the same data, literally the same information. These platforms, these data collection mechanisms are not linked.
This is a national issue, and it's solvable. For example, streamlining reporting and data systems.
If it takes 45 minutes to enter a case into CalJobs, that's 45 minutes you're not working with kids.
The way that our funding model is set up is not set up to really sustain our work. We're talking about supporting young people or families on challenges they may be experiencing. Those challenges don't stay within the confines of a 1-year, a 2-year, or even sometimes a 3-year grant. If we want to truly move the needle around things that really are impacted by poverty, the funding structure has to allow for some flexibility.
Our program never has any discretionary funds. All of our funds are always tied to exact performance measures, and there's no wiggle room, and we're all underpaid.
If we were to get at least multi-year contracts, that would give us enough time to focus on program delivery, making sure the participants we have are fully serviced.
A lot of these contracts have very low administrative rates. There's this expectation that nonprofits can do more with less, and that they need to be investing all of their funding solely into direct services for clients. That they don't need the back-end staff to ensure the success of the organization, to make sure that programs continue to run smoothly, that they're able to adapt to challenges. And it's just not true.
This includes financing, because we have to build the city or the county. This includes communications.
The fundraising, the accounting, the human resources, all those activities.
Oftentimes, those things are not considered part of the work, but without those things, we can't function. No business can function without that. When you work with young people, food is a huge part of the work, but many of our contracts does not allow for food.
Because of those restrictions, our organization does have to look for other opportunities, other grants that have less restrictions that will allow for us to be able to provide the holistic, services that a client might need.
We appreciate additional funding, but you only have sometimes just weeks or a few months to really fully maximize that additional funding.
And all of a sudden we're supposed to spend it, or all of a sudden we're supposed to start a new program.
We can't hire oftentimes within that time frame. And so what ends up happening is that existing staff will just have to take on a higher caseload.
And someone like myself will have to have a caseload of 150 rather than a caseload of like 70. I'm asked to do too much with far too little.
And it becomes exhausting for our staff to do that because they're constantly hearing someone is in a crisis. We are the first responders. And so what happens when staff leaves? The staff that remains will then have to inherit additional youth as well.
We invest in a public education system because we believe that there's a return on investment for our society as a whole. The public workforce system plays a critical role in preparing young people for the workforce. And there's a tremendous cost if we don't invest in young people during this time. A lot of times these programs have developed over time and they're operating with the same budget for many years and then expect to achieve, greater results and serve more people. And we want to look at the evidence. How many case managers does it take? What kinds of supportive services are needed to effectively serve the population that we're trying to serve?
How can we expect someone to learn if they're too hungry to concentrate, or get there if they have unreliable transportation, or they're stressed and exhausted because they have unstable housing? The government has the power to make a difference. So let's work together and make positive changes for our sector, and most importantly, for our youth.
This program really did help me improve as a person a lot, showed me everything I needed to know and things that I didn't know I needed to know.
If CRCD and the programs that they have didn't exist, I wouldn't have the guidance that I have now. So very thankful for that.
Many of our young people are also young families. They need these types of resources to begin to move forward in life and be successful. And their success is the community's success.
I'm planning to go to college to get my bachelor's degree to teach high school math.
My goals are to go back to school and to get either a certificate or a degree to be an X-ray tech.
I think we have to shift our mentality. There is over 72,000 nonprofits in LA County. And so we're really a powerful sector, and I don't think we've really flexed our muscles to make sure that we're equal partners with government and private foundations, as well as at the state and federal level.